In today's video, we're going to take a look at these three semi-automatic espresso machines. This is the Barista Express Impress. This one right here is the La Specialista Opera. And this one here is Ninja Luxe Cafe Pro. Now, the reason that I am comparing all of these models is because they share one thing in common. They all have a lever here on the side to do the tamping for you. That makes things really nice and easy. Streamlines the workflow. Excellent. So what these machines all have in common is that they're semi-automatic coffee machines. They include grinders on each one of them. They grind here directly into the portafilter. Then you tamp, put them in, and you can pull your espresso. But they do differ a little bit. Now, if you don't want to watch the whole video, to summarize things real quickly, I would say all three of these are capable of making really nice espresso, in my opinion. They're also really good at making very nice milk foam on each of these, so they're all totally capable. But they do have different features, so we're going to look at that. We're going to take a closer look here in just a minute, but taking a macro view, let's have a look at a few things. So if we look here at the Barista Express Impress, we've got a removable hopper. That's nice. It is not removable here on the La Specialista Opera. That is quite a pain in the butt because if you ever want to get in there to replace the burrs or clean the burrs, you can't do that. On the Luxe Cafe Pro, however, you can also remove it. Another nice thing about that is you can buy a second one, put decaf beans in there, or a different kind of bean, whatever, good to go. Now they also have differing water tanks. The one on the Express Impress, because this is an older model, it doesn't have any sensor in here for determining when the water's too low. So sometimes you could be pulling a shot on this machine and the shot might abort because you run out of water. That's too bad. There is, however, sensors on these other two machines, as you can see right here on the Delonghi, and same thing on the Luxe Cafe. There is a water sensor as well. Now, something else important to mention is the size of the portafilter. So on the Express Impress, we got a 54 millimeter portafilter. On the Opera model, we have a 51 millimeter portafilter. And on the Luxe Cafe, we've got a 53 millimeter portafilter. And all three of these guys include non-pressurized standard baskets. The Express Impress also includes some pressurized baskets. All right, at this point in the video, let's just take a little bit closer look at the machines and then let's make an espresso. Alrighty, so zoomed in here on the Express Impress, a couple things you're going to notice is that we have also a nice dose level here. It's going to show you if you're dosing enough. It's got the adaptive dosing, so you can either do auto or you can do, oops, that's one or two, or you can do manual. So manual is time-based and auto is just checking for the level in the portafilter. So that's very nice. That's actually a very cool feature. You've got a manometer here, which is nice that you see what pressure that you're at. And then, as I mentioned, you got a single cup and double cup button. These buttons are also illuminated on the outside with a white LED. Same thing for the power button. Okay, taking a bit of a closer look here at the La Specialista Opera model. I really do like this model because it feels more premium than the previous ones. It's all stainless steel build on the outside. And as far as the dose is concerned, you've only got here a timed base dose. So I got it set right about in the middle. And then you got to choose if you want a single or a double. Then there's the OK button to stop, to start and stop the extraction. Again, you've got a manometer here, which is very nice, so you can see where you're at for pressure during the extraction. You got three different temperature levels. I usually keep it down here because my beans are a bit darker. This is right here for hot water. And then you got these selections here. So you got espresso cool. So this illuminates then blue, and you got cold brew. So it's still illuminated blue. Then you got espresso and Americano and finally coffee crema. So those are the options here. What else is nice is you got this little tray right here on the La Specialista. Very nice. It hugs the back magnetically. So that's a cool thing. And this is the handle. I would say the handle's not quite as cool on the La Specialista Opera compared to the Express Impress. Moving on to the Ninja. So I've mentioned that the Ninja is totally versatile. You can do so many things with this. First of all, what you see up here is a current and recommended grind. If I go back to espresso, you're going to see that it's currently at 12 here on the side, and it's recommending me 11. So it's going to give me a bit of an idea of where I should go for the grind. It's also got this nice tamping lever here. Next, you got a hot water button. So it does have a hot water outlet as well, just like all three machines do. And then you got this selector knob. So you can choose Ristretto, Espresso, Lungo, Americano, cold pressed espresso, and then over on the coffee side you got classic and rich, and you got all different sizes: small, medium, large, XL, and so on. And then you got over ice, which just kind of concentrates it a little more. You got a cold brew option as well, so a whole lot going on. And then on this side you've got different milk options. You got normal milk or plant-based, and you got different frothing types. So this right here is what you choose if you want to froth manually. Then you got low froth, medium froth, extra froth, and this is cold froth. You got here a nice big steam wand here, which is a non-burn. There's a temperature sensor right there, so that's nice, so that it actually will stop automatically. So it does automatic milk frothing for you. Very nice. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, please do me two favors. Number one, give the video a like if you're getting any value, and consider subscribing to the video. That way I'll know to make more comparison videos like this one in the future. Alrighty, let's go ahead and make some espresso. We're going to make an espresso on each one of these machines, and we're going to see what it sounds like and what it looks like. Let's start with the Express Impress. Just put it in the cradle and press the dose button. When it's done, you tamp it like that, and it's going to show you what level that it's at. So for me, it's showing green. Excellent. That means I'm at the level I should be at, and I got a nice prepared puck right there. Super easy. Let's put that in the machine like so. Press the 2-cup button and see what the shot looks like. All right, as you see, it also stops on its own, and that's the shot on the Express Impress. Let's do the same thing for the Opera. See, that grinder sounds just a little different. But I think what you're going to hear is that the extraction, the pump, is actually attenuated on this machine. Okay, see, that machine looks good, or that shot looks good too. They both have a lot of crema on them. You did see this faucet leak just a little bit during the extraction. Sometimes that happens on these machines. It's also telling me I should descale, and that's sometimes an indicator that you need to descale, because dripping can mean that there's a seal that is being held open a little bit by scale in the machine. Anyway, here we go with the Ninja. Now, something I can't believe I forgot to mention with the Ninja, huge advantage over both of these machines. These are time-based, or in this case, it is volume-based using the tamper lever. This is actually weight-based. So you'll see it here first tear out, and then it will go ahead and grind 18 grams each time. Very convenient. And here we go. Alrighty, so what you see is that each one of these machines is able to provide a good looking shot with a lot of crema. And let's just see if they're all good. Nice shot there on the Express Impress. Similar on the Opera, although I do tend to find the Opera just a little smoother for some reason. And here on the Ninja, also very nice and very smooth. Now, this one looked to come out just a little bit fast. It all has to do with adjustments. I might make that just a little bit finer next time, but all passable shots actually. They all provide good amount of chocolate taste, a little bit of nougat. I would say in this particular case, I probably would prefer the Opera, but they all make, in my opinion, good espresso shots. Let's move on to milk drinks. All right, next let's go ahead and steam some milk on each one of these. They do take some time to warm up. I just flipped the switch now. So I'm gonna go to the other side and do some milk steaming. Wipe that off right away. Milk did turn out very good. Okay, and that's what that one looks like. So the milk turned out good on that one. Let's go ahead and try it on this one as well, the Opera. The important thing in all of these is to make sure that you're off to the side so you create a whirlpool going around. And it's got more than enough power for that. There you go. All right, let's move on to the Ninja. As I mentioned, you can do it automatically, but I'm going to show you how to do it in manual mode. Now on each of these models, it's important to make sure that you're getting a whirlpool going by putting the steam one off to the left in the pitcher and getting the milk to spin around. You also keep the tip towards the top and inject air, and then after about 8 or 10 seconds, submerge the tip and just keep that whirlpool going. So milk very nice again. All right, so there we go. You see, each of these machines is more than capable of steaming milk for a cappuccino. All right, let's draw some conclusions here. You see that all three of these machines are more than capable of doing a good job on espresso and also on steaming for milk foam. They do have different qualities, of course. The most versatile being the Ninja, for sure. It can do filter coffee, it can do cold brew. It can even steam milk automatically, and it's got a scale integrated. So this one really has the most features available. The Opera, I would say, is probably the quietest in total, whereas I think that the Barista Express Impress looks the nicest. But that's objective. Every person's going to see that differently. There are some cons with these models. As I mentioned, the Barista Express Impress does not have a water sensor, which is a big pain in the butt. And also, all three of these models are water hogs. And maybe the Ninja is the worst, because after pulling a shot or after steaming especially, it's going to eject water into the drip tray here. You can see that this one is already full, and I already have to empty the drip tray on the Ninja. But these two are not far behind. On each of these machines, I would suggest emptying the drip tray daily. But otherwise, I quite like them. I think you can't go wrong with any three of these machines. They can each do a good job. It just depends on aesthetics and what's important to you. Do you want filter coffee or not? Do you for sure want a manometer so you can see the pressure? Which one looks the best to you? I hope this video is helpful for you. Until next time, I say happy coffee drinking, happy espresso drinking. Bye now.